경남고등학교가 경기고등학교를 꺾고 봉황대기 고교야구대회에서 팀 창단 후 처음으로 정상에 올랐습니다. 서울 동대문구장에서 열린 결승전에서 경남고는 송승준의 완투와 김준욱의 홈런포를 앞세워 경기고를 7대1로 물리쳤습니다.
어머니한테 약속하고 떠났어요. 메이저리그 올라가는 날 링크 코트 꼭 사주기로 약속했어요. 어릴 때 국민학교 때 약속을 했어요. 그 약속을. 네, 아직도 안 잊고 있습니다.
팀 랭킹도 매겨지잖아요. 거기서 1등이었어요.
걔는 내가 인정하는 공이 나보다 더 좋아.
지난 99년 미국에 진출한 송승준은 첫 해부터 두각을 나타내기 시작했다. 삼진, 승률, 방어율 부문 3관왕을 석권했다.
First no-hitter of his career, and also the first in the Senators' modern franchise history. April 28th, a no-hitter with a right-hander from South Korea. Power grip, and swings through that one. Seung to work here, jam shot on House, getting his first at bat. There's one. The Seung gets the
really looking forward to playing.
Popped out. He's 0 for 1. A little late on that.
Gonzalez turned down.
And he wound up signing.
He's gonna take my swing.
Two players were separated from everything.
당연히 메이저리그 가겠구나 했는데 올라가는 통보 받고 이 슬라이딩 잘 못해가지고 손이 이렇게 탁 부러져가지고 연봉 200을 받고 야구하는 줄 알았더니 아니더라고요.
송승준 선수는 진짜로 올라가기로 메이저 풀업 되는 날 연락받고 나서 신나서 2루 슬라이딩만 안 했으면
그때 내가 있었잖아요. 아세요?
같은 팀이에요? 같이? 몰라요.
몰라요.
에드먼튼 이 트리플에 같이 있었는데 나는 이제 메이저를 왔다 갔다 이제 하는 그런 상황이었고 했는데 승준이가 던지는 이 경기 당일날 감독이 오래요. 그러더니 좋은 일이 있다고 그래서 뭐냐고 했더니 송이 드디어 메이저 간대요. 그래서 근데 이거는 너라서 얘기해 주는 거지 절대 얘기하면 안 된다 이러는 거여서 너무 잘 던지고 있다가 또 한 이닝만 끝나면 끝나는 건데 주자로 나가는데 2루에서 슬라이딩을 하다가 손을 이렇게 한 거죠. 이렇게 했는데 유격수가 던지는 이 상황에 오른손인가 뭐 왼손인가 여기를 이렇게 딱 맞은 거예요. 이 구단에서 이제 난리가 난 거예요. 왜냐면 얘는 이 이닝만 끝나면은 이제 수고했다 해가지고 메이저 콜업 이게 되는 거거든요.
탑유망주였으니까.
탑유망주에 그러니까 얘가 올라갈 이제 타이밍이 딱 된 거거든요. 이제 구단에서도. 근데 이렇게 하다가 여긴가 여기를 딱 맞아서 이제 그렇게 되면 이제 구단이 완전 난리가 난 거예요. 그 아픔을 내가 공이 진짜 1등으로 좋았어. 메이저에서도 인정할 정도.
와, 진짜 아쉽다.
그 이후로 승준이는 메이저를 못 갔기 때문에 걔야말로 진짜 야구하는데 정말 힘든 시간을 보냈죠. 우리보다 더 힘들게 시간을 보냈죠.
pitcher, the right-hander Rich Harden. He is out of British Columbia, 6'1". Peter, the right-hander, 180 pounds.
Well, take a good look at him. He's going to be pitching for the A's. He's a Friday or Saturday next week. This is his minor league swan song. He's been a phenomenon. He comes from British Columbia. He's a
Neil Kotz, who will pitch for the United States team. He's 8-3 coming in. He might pitch for a big income right in this ballpark one day.
well, absolutely. Matter of fact, he's having a lot of fun going signing autographs for all the fans. But he was traded from Oakland to Chicago in the Keith Paul and Billy Koch deal. He and Rich Harden were actually teammates last year at Midland in the Texas League. He's got a nice little high-riding fastball, curveball. He has been sensational for the White Sox this year.
In Chicago. And the left-hander's first pitch is rack fair. Inside the third base line by Nebar. He hits first, headed on to second. That up there behind his knee, behind his ear. And that one is going to try and get as many arms in there as they can. Down low for ball 4. Here's the payoff. Get hard a base hit. That'll bring in a run. Nebar will score. Gutierrez picks up the... Sizemore up next. And that's a quick walk at the moment. The runner goes. Quiros with the throw and in. Comebacker may got a piece of it, but it's off his glove and into center field. Here comes Kirkwood. Here comes Rios' throw to the plate. Not in time.
Juan Gonzalez, and Gonzalez turned down.
This is swinging a drive by Grady Sizemore deep to right field. Sonny Gomez back and she's gone. Grady Sizemore has
already have one of the best rotations, some of the best young pitchers in the league, but
all right, Alexis Reyes, this one jumps off his bat and screams over the fence for a home run.
Wait.
There's a swing and a high, deep drive to left field. Smitherman, did he get enough of it? It's gone! Steven Smitherman. Pitcher now for the world team, and Sun Song out of South Korea was drafted by the Boston Red Sox and traded to the Montreal Expos. 23 years old, 5 years as a professional.
Well, he was traded for Cliff Floyd last year, and a month ago he was one of the players involved in the deal for Juan Gonzalez that Gonzalez turned down.
This is swinging a drive by Grady Sizemore deep to right field, sending Gomez back, and she's gone. Grady Sizemore has a home run for the United States team.
Well, I talked to two people I respect that have seen a lot of minor league baseball this year, and they both said the best prospect they've seen is Grady Sizemore, who was one of the 3 guys for Clifford Lee and Brandon Phillips that Cleveland got from Montreal for Bartolo Colon. This guy is a special talent, and he will be playing right field for the Indians next year.
Fastball up in the zone, and he just kind of stroked it out of the ballpark.
He wasted no time getting into Song there. Chad Tracy 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up, but Sizemore with the first home run of the 2003 Futures game. Tracy fouls that one at the plate. He played his college ball as a first baseman at East Carolina. Chad Tracy did, hitting .314 at AAA. Now, whoever is the most valuable player of today's game will be awarded with the Dobie Award, and I would have to say that Mr. Sizemore, who has driven in both runs for the USA, he is the odds-on favorite right now.
I would agree with that. I think he's got the early lead.
You talk to him and you meet him, you find that he's pretty special. He's got, you know, he's not one of those flamboyant players, but he plays hard all the time. He's a good outfitter. Say he's going to probably move over to right field, but they think, I mean, Clifford Lee is one of the best looking. I think he's 7-0 now in AAA, and he pitched a great game in the big leagues. Brandon Phillips is going to be a heck of a player, but they believe in the end that this is the guy that will be the franchise player from that trade.
Popped up by Tracy. Racing out, Nebar coming in, Gomez, and Gomez is there for the catch in right field. Downstairs now to Gary Miller. Gary.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. And it's fitting that the front runner for the Larry Doby Award is out of the Indians organization. Grady, you told me you only hit 1 or 2 of them in BP. How did it feel to circle a major league field with a home run to put the team ahead in the Futures game?
It's a great feeling. It's a big adrenaline rush. You know, I was just trying to get a pitch I could do something with, and I got a ball out of the plate, and I was able to get it out of the park.
Tell me about that at bat, what you were looking for, what you got, and why it went.
I was just looking for a fastball, you know, somewhere, you know, middle in. I mean, this kind of game, I think everyone's trying to get ahead of you early, so I was looking to get that first pitch and drive it somewhere.
And now Carlton Fisk was up in the clubhouse. I think maybe you guys should tell him. He heard the fireworks go off and said something must have happened. He came out and gave you the handshake.
It's good stuff. Maybe you stay in there more often. It's good luck for me.
Okay. Grady Sizemore, back to you, Dave.
Thank you, guys. Some terrific managing by Pudge, obviously.
And by the way, Sizemore's the youngest player in the Eastern.
How about that? 20 years old. And looks like a fast track to the big leagues. His mom and dad wanted him to go to college in the worst way. They said they didn't care how much was offered from major league clubs. He was going to college until he took his first trip to a college campus. He went to the University of Washington for his first visit. And they found out there were 3 guys to every single dorm room, tiny dorm room. Then they started listening all of a sudden. They decided, well, maybe the major leagues, that's a better way to go. Certainly a better way to sleep. And he wound up signing a big money deal. Lined into right by LaRoche, and that's going to drop down for a base hit.
Now, Tony, what about some of those rooming arrangements on the road at A-ball?
Yeah,
right.
and the bus rides and some of the other stuff. But, you know, listening to him speak there, you can tell. I mean, he's matured. He's very confident in himself, but not boastful about it. You know, sometimes in the game of baseball, that's the hardest thing, or the thing that takes the longest to learn, is how to, you know, be able to compose yourself and kind of get through the day-to-day things you have to get through to make it, you know, to the big leagues.
There's the Cubs prospect David Kelton. He drew a walk in the first inning, and he takes ball 1. So already the United States team with a couple of hits off of Seung, who back on April 28th pitched a no-hitter for the Harrisburg Senators against the Erie Seawolves. And in fact, Seung committed the only error in the game that led to a run. He struck out 4. It was the first no-hitter of his career. Also the first in the Senators' modern franchise history. April 28th, a no-hitter with a right-hander from South Korea, Seung.
He's a command guy. He throws 86 to 88. I think the one thing that's worried some of the teams that Omar Minaya has been talking to about trades is that his strikeout ratios have gone down each of the last 3 years. And it's a little bit of a concern with a guy who doesn't throw that hard. And I know when they were talking to the Mets about Benitez or about Alomar, the Expos kept offering him. I'm not sure how much interest there was there.
Team USA up 2-1 on a home run by Grady Sizemore, who's driven in both runs. Steven Smitherman up next. Cut on and missed, and Kelton chasing a pitch, could not find it, so he strikes out, and that's out number 2.
Again, that's a situation where the guys are looking for a fastball, and just the sheer, you know, being nervous about being in a game like this, wanting to perform, wanting to show people what you can do. And sometimes it gets the best of you. That's why, you know, Sizemore has been so impressive, because he's just kind of settled in and said, well, boys, I'm just going to take my swing.
Pretty good cut there and line down into the corner. Smitherman tags it. Nice cutoff job by Gutierrez. Dropping into third is Adam LaRoche, and it's a double for Smitherman.
Well, Smitherman has hammered the ball. He was in line to make a run at the Triple Crown in the Southern League. Kind of a guy that they didn't think was much of a prospect, big, bulky body guy, but he's had a pretty good year. He actually came up and played a game for the Reds 2 weeks ago. But when you've got Dunn, Kearns, Ian, and Mr. Griffey, it's a little tough to break into that outfit.
Yep, that's a tough move. Well, here's Joe Mauer, who is 0 for 1. He's flied out to left. And Peter, you talked about his football playing ability in St. Paul, highly sought after. How good was he? Could he have played Division I as a star?
Well, that's what Florida State thought, and so did Miami. They went head to head over him. What's interesting, his family are very good friends with the Winkies, and he got a lot of advice, but the Winkies advised, you know, him to play baseball. That's what he really loves. And he said to me that even though Bobby Bowden was pretty convincing because he said that there was no way he would come up to St. Paul without bringing it back to Tallahassee. He loved baseball most, and so when about halfway through the summer in 2000, he said, "Okay, I'm signing to play baseball." And the Wankies were great help. I mean, Chris was never bitter about his baseball experience.
Bounding ball, he hit another one foul. Runners at second and third. We were talking with Terry Ryan earlier, the general manager of the Minnesota Twins, and how much he loves him and loves his brother.
Jim Hendry, who's a Cubs general manager, told me that if he had had the #1 pick, he would have wrestled with it too. But he said that if the Twins had indeed taken Pryor, there's no question in his mind he would have taken Mauer. It was one of those years where the two players were separated from everybody else.
He goes up the middle. Castillo with the stop, fires a strike right there to get Mauer.